Alright, today we're going to go over local bindings, which we've already used a lot of global bindings, which is using the define statement. So like define a of 5, that will define a, set a equal to 5, but we're going to be able to use it throughout whatever we do. So we can even define gym lambda z plus za. Alright, then gym 4 should get 9, because a will look up here and see that there's a in the global definitions. But what if we want to define something like inside of a function that can be used throughout that function, like let's say here, let's define see, I don't think we have pi defined here. Pi. Right. Okay, let's say we just wanted to define pi inside of our circumference function. Define circumference. I don't know how to spell that, so I'll do circular area, which is a bit different. Alright, then no, I'll just spell circumference wrong. Circumference. Alright. Now let's say lambda, and we get the radius, but we don't want to have to make the users enter pi every time, and for some reason we don't want to define it globally. Maybe because other functions want to use a different pi. Well, I don't know why they would, unless maybe they were from a different dimension. Alright, then so we could do this. Let r equal to pi equal to 3.14159. That's as much as I've got memorized of pi. And then we can use this pi anywhere within this let statement. Alright, so we're going to return 2 times pi times r, and that is the circumference of a circle. Alright, so look, we can call circumference of like a circle with 2. There we've got it. Alright, but if we want to just access pi, no, it's not there, so that means we can define our own pi if we want to somewhere else. Now, this isn't particularly useful for this example, since it would be alright to define pi globally, unless of course you're afraid someone was going to change it on you because they had some other variable. Perhaps it would stand for like persons incorporated or something, and they were using that in their program. Alright, so I'll go over this let statement here after another example of what you might use it for. Oh no, I think I'll just go over it now, since my other example was a bit more complicated than you need. Okay, so let's so the let statement is basically let's see here. Alright, so it's a list of associated values, names, a name, and then a value, and here there's only one, but let's say we wanted to do some others, like, well, I'll define a new function since this one's pretty. Alright, define gym lambda, we'll say it doesn't really take any arguments. Let, alright, let's say we want our first variable to be like a 24, and then we could define another one just in another little pair parenthesis set, b 88, c false, o true. Alright, then we can use these anywhere within gym. No, anywhere within the let statement. Yeah, so let's say we wanted to like just return the sum of all these things, a, b, c. This is pretty useless, let's but that's what we're doing. Alright. So gym just running by itself. Oh, right, so we did C is true, that's why it doesn't work, of course. So you can't add true to A and B. Alright, so let's try this again. Gym. There we go, it's 112. Now we can do like something really useless, which is if C, then we'll do this, otherwise we'll do minus AB. There we go. Let's run that. Gym. Yes, it was C, but what if we put this to false? Then we'll run that. And oops. Gym. Yes, negative 64. But let's say we go here and let's throw it in, like, we'll do a variable called x that you accept for the in the lambda as an argument. Now let's say we can actually modify these using x if we want to. So let's say A is x plus 24 and this is B is x times 88, and just to make things really special we'll do minus x divided by 2. There we go. You've got to make sure they all match up parenthesized like. Okay, then C, let's say let's do this one like y, and C will be just the opposite of y, not y. Okay, or we'll call this one something else. Then we'll just call it y. Why not? Alright, then we'll do if C, same thing. Alright, then run this. Okay, so gym is let's say 5 and true. There we go, isn't that special? Oh, I've lost my spot. Alright, then gym 5 of false. There, well, that's really nice. But let's say you wanted to have like a function as one of these things for a helper thing. Let's say you needed you wanted to just define the circumference function quite quickly. Inside of here you could just do this circ, or let me erase all of this. Alright, define gym, let circ, and then we could just pop that in there. There, we've got that. Alright. And then we can let's say that x is the alright, let's say that this is the radius of circle 1. Oops. Radius 1, and this is radius of circle 2. And we're going to do well, biggest is the function name, so we just want to return the biggest of those two. And so if radius if circ of radius 1 is bigger than circ of radius 2, then we're going to return circ of radius 1. Otherwise we'll return circ radius 2. Oops. Now this is actually pretty worthless because you can just look at that and determine which one's bigger, but let's say that it wasn't something so simple as circumference. Alright, so then do biggest of like 2.0 and 2.1, and there we go. the circumference of 2.1 is big.